Celtics arriving earlier. The players with a look of intensity as they try to pick up a win on the road. The bustling financial district here in Canada's largest city. Now it's ended up.
Well, Kevin, and
thanks, David. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slot. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center position.
And you look over the course of Kyle Lowry's career, he's bounced around for quite some time, but boy, has he found a home in Toronto.
And you know, GA, a few summers back, had a chance to leave, but he stayed with the Toronto Raptors. What a decision that was. Reason why? He helped lead this team to their first title. Kyle Lowry's beloved by this franchise. He'll go down as one of the all-time great Raptors.
Here's VanVleet. After Gordon Hayward's bucket, VanVleet finds Lowry. He gets it in there. Lowry's got his second bucket of the night.
Lowry is just a ball of muscle out there. He has no problem taking a hit like that and still finishing.
Walker the pass to Tatum. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you love that offensive mindset from Tatum. Relentless when it comes to scoring.
Ibaka outside. VanVleet against Brown. A wide open look here for Ibaka. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Boston, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And here's Tice. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Detroit. Hands it from downtown.
Did you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes. Start this one.
Now here's Lowry. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Reagan, 1991, you were drafted 12th overall. Talk about early expectations as a first-round pick. Your son going through it right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, everyone wants to see what you've got. And also, you want to prove that you belong. And so because of that, though, especially in today's game, sometimes judgment comes way too quickly. And we've seen it with a lot of great young players that because they come in a lot earlier in terms of their age, it may take them an extra year or two to figure it all out. And so the teams that are most patient in allowing those kids to mature at their own level tend to be the ones that get the higher rewards.
Indeed. And we see so much impatience, and it causes problems.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Siakam kicks to Lowry. With the floater, and the layup is up and in. Lowry's got his 3rd basket of the night.
When you are Lowry's size, you need to have a strong floater, and that was a beauty he just put up.
And here's Walker outside. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Last outing for Toronto, unsuccessful. It was a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first.
Fred VanVleet, a weapon from the outside, has a great shot that he can pull up at a moment's notice. He's consistent on catch and shoots as well as off the dribble.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Norman Powell's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred VanVleet. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
A good find by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't always get enough credit for his vision.
And with VanVleet, about half of his shots are from deep.
Yeah, you're right, GA. That's the number one part of his offense, of his game right now. He can shoot it deep, but he also can drive it. He shoots a low field goal percentage from those shots because of the distance. But I love Fred VanVleet. He knows how to play. Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
.130 left in the first. Gasol inside. Rebound, Boston. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, Smart. High, arcing shot. Here's Cantor. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. Number 1, the Raptors.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. Celtics also with a sub. Williams is checked in.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Gasol. Last season's performance for him. Last year averaged 7 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the calls.
Back to Smart. Shoots over Powell. Here's Cantor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
That's good from Cantor. And Cantor drops them both. Now here's Powell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Hollis-Jefferson passes to Powell. To the middle. Here's Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how his upbringing helped shape his approach to the game.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So as anybody who has siblings, older, younger, you understand the struggle, especially being the youngest. You know, you always got to fight for what you want.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors guys, your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
There's Boucher out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Terrence Davis. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. First one falls for him. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys?
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks. And that one falls for Smart. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Pistons. A shot by Hayward, wide open, good, and Smart gets the assist. Hayward's got 5 now.
Entering the league, this is where Hayward had to improve, and he has. Tremendous touch now from range.
Siakam with it. Williams picks him up. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul. And the Celtics making a change here. Tice is checked in. Siakam finds Anunoby. Smart against Powell. Clock at 6. And finished off by Siakam.
This is the modern-day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
Smart passes to Tice. From deep, Walker. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled, but in the end, they had an opportunity to win it.
It was just an off game for them, to say the least, but to almost pull it out was impressive in its own right.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Celtics trail by 3. There's Walker with the 3. Drops in the tray. Walker's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Van Vliet looking around. Siakam against Tatum. Shots good by Siakam.
Strong finish. Siakam with great balance, able to complete the play through contact.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Walker in the post, covered by Siakam. Hayward can't hit.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range.
Oh my goodness!
Did you see
what a
that
play?
Unbelievable. You know, he's known as a lunch pail guy. Siakam showing the crowd a little extra that time.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
And the Raptors making a change here. Lowry's checked in, and then for Boston, Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They lead by 4. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Back to Lowry. Puts up a 3. With the second effort, it's blocked. Brown outside. Knocked loose. Stolen by Van Vliet. Lowry against Walker. And there it is for him.
And at full speed, there aren't a lot of people that can prevent Lowry from finishing on the break.
Celtics trail by 6. Outside, Walker. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. One-on-one here. Siakam with it. He's picked up by Walker.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Tice passes to Williams. And here's Walker. Boston, no good that time either.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won most improved player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Andre Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred Van Vliet.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Siakam. From down in the low post, it goes. Siakam's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors. Passes to Cantor. .23 seconds left in the first half. Brown outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Brown's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
And Davis now top of the key. Gasol finds Hollis-Jefferson. Lowry inside the line. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Toronto Raptors going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. The first half was all about Pascal Siakam. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. He was on the fringes in their last game tonight. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Walker. From the arc. No good there.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall, whipped my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Terrific play call. Give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Back to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
The aggressive side of Serge coming through as Serge himself at the rim.
Celtics passing it around. Hayward finds Tice. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Brown against Van Vliet. Siakam outside. Pass to Lowry. Shoots. And Tatum pulls it down.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
From deep, Walker sinks the triple. Walker's got it back down to single digits for the Celtics.
That's his second three-pointer of the night, 1 in each half, trying to keep the defense honest.
Van Vliet outside. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Lowry for 3, kept alive. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Raptors lead by 10.
Relentless energy from OG. Defense can't counter his explosiveness on the boards.
And here's Walker outside. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Siakam's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hit his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. And the Raptors with some changes. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Powell in for Fred Van Vliet. Smart's checked in for the Celtics. So it's Toronto now. And Ibaka kicks to Anunoby. Ibaka right side. Just 5 on the clock. Raptors need to get a shot up. And the Raptors miss again. Celtics trail by 10. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Tatum leading the charge.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
Basket counts. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Brown outside. Hayward on the wing. To the inside. Outside, Smart. It's stolen by Ibaka. Powell with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Smart against Lowry. Outside, Tatum. Oh, that's blocked. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Nets, the corner three. Lowry's got 18 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Celtics, Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Robert Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Brown. This is his first trip to the line tonight. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Toronto leading by 14. Hollis-Jefferson kicks to Davis. Boucher finds Hollis-Jefferson. Over in the corner, Gasol. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Celtics trail by 17. Pass to Cantor. Tatum on the wing. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. In the corner, Smart with it. Boston again missing. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Now here's Hollis-Jefferson. Guarded closer. It's Powell on the wing. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Trying to find Cantor. Gets it to him. Some solid defense from Gasol. And so it's Toronto closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Terrence Davis is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Hollis-Jefferson in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Shoots a fader. Cantor's shot is off. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Toronto. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
And good that time.
And that's just all muscle there. Kanter is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Gasol passes to Van Vliet. Siakam outside. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's Davis. Siakam trying to free himself up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
At the line for two.
First free throw is good. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Lowry against Walker. Outside, Davis. Hayward with some nice D.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
And Hayward at the stuff.
6'8", it's easy to forget just how dangerous Hayward is with his ball handling.
The drive by Siakam. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And Pascal Siakam can absolutely score in bunches. Put up 25 in a quarter last season. And when he gets going, look out.
GA, when Pascal Siakam is on, it seems like he's involved in every play. Must stay consistent. But you know what? He's a special player who can carry a team to win on any given night.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Ibaka comes in for Marc Gasol. And Anunoby subbed in for Davis. And he comes up with the deuce. Walker's got 9 points here in the second half.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Siakam outside. Now the pass to Anunoby. Here's Van Vliet. He's covered by Brown. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Tries again. No good. Shot missing. Excellent D there from Williams. Anunoby against Brown. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Bounce pass from Lowry. Brown against Van Vliet. Here's Ibaka. Rebounded by the Celtics.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
To the paint. Here's Brown. And he converts the layup.
And Brown is just a physical beast, especially inside where he gets whatever he wants.
Now Lowry. There's 1:40 left in the fourth. Ibaka against Tice. They get it again. Tice yet again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
OG's a tricky cover, has strength, has quickness, and just still learning the game.
And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
That's a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyle Lowry.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciate